I can stay awake. Tomorrow night, season 3 of Virgin River starts on Netflix. It's so good. Really good love stories. I want to look up Haiti again. See if there are any updates. The latest update I got this morning, I guess, that was of interest to me was that the attackers posed as DEA agents to gain entry to the house. He was an attractive woman. Being a flood zone. They were finishing the flooring from the last flood when we went through it. And then another one, Richard Annie Jr. could have had arches and the front door, and there's a den, a small den, and there are 2 walkways with arches on either side of the den to go into the living room. And it wasn't in a flood zone. And we had an inspection done this time. And it got really good grades. And it sold quickly too. I'm from St. Rose, Louisiana. We had a really good real estate agent for the purchase and the sale. She was the one that was the lister for the sale. Her name was Kim something. Can't remember her name. Very professional, attractive, thorough, patient. She was really good. The house in the flood zone was her listing. You know, so she sold it. She put some extra kick in her sales pitch on it. But I want us to be in a flood zone or something. Same neighborhood, just different streets, had different zones for flooding. I'll think of one. She told me about beignets. I've never had a beignet, and I never got to have one in New Orleans either. They're pastries. She could be retired by now, because that was 21 years ago. That's pretty. Oh, that could be. Shit. A little house like ours is going for $299,425. $299,425. We pay $70 for ours and sold it for something like $80. She could have been Prudential. Kim Catalano is her name. Kim Catalano with a C. She's great. She's the best. I'll show you. She's the best. So if you're going to move to Destrehan or St. Rose, Louisiana, which I wouldn't have recommended 21 years ago, I don't know about now, you want to talk to Kim Catalano. Yeah. Oh, she's a realtor at Keller Williams. I don't think it was called that then. I don't know if it was Prudential or not. Yeah, she was Prudential. From 93 to 2001, we sold our house, and no, 2000. Yeah, everything but the plan. Let's see. Yeah, it was Prudential. That's wonderful. Let's see, what's the easiest thing to do? That's all I got in me. Younger. You're not your daughter, are you? Not a hero. That's politics, isn't it? Aren't they all politics? They look so different. She looks younger than she did before. Her hair is lighter. She's got light color under her eyes for makeup, you know. She's got whitish highlights. But she would have been... What have been 40? 42? She was probably between 5 and 10 years older than me. And that was 21 years ago, so 42, 50. She would be in her 70s. She doesn't look like it at all. She drove a Lexus. She's pretty classy. Yeah. But everything went smoothly, and Personally, I can't imagine buying, but especially selling a home without a real estate agent. Personally, I can't imagine it. You have to get lawyers, you have to get mortgage brokers, you have to arrange for your inspections, if it's an FHA loan. I think ours is an FHA. Thank you so much. She was such a big help. The headline is, archaeologists discover that ancient Islamic tombs cluster like galaxies. There is a pattern to the way the monuments to the dead are placed. They're Sudanese Islamic burial sites. The Kassala region of eastern Sudan is home to a vast array of funerary monuments, from the Islamic tombs of modern Beha people to ancient burial mounds thousands of years old. Yeah, great minds think alike. Kim Catalano and I both dyed our hair blonder. No point in emphasizing it. I like laughing. I'm one of those dudes. Tickle my belly. What do you mean? I like that. It wakes me up. Thought I was compared to I thought I was a little bumpkin compared to Kim Catalano. I mean, not as though it was illegal. I didn't have a hairstyle. I didn't have a nice car. I didn't feel bad around her. She was very nice. I don't know if Oak Street, it looked like a house in our little neighborhood. There were two neighborhoods for houses like ours that we could afford. And the houses all looked similar. And we looked through both of them. One was black and one was white. Some guys playing some kind of ball in the streets. Threw rocks at our car when we went to the other neighborhood. Threw rocks at us. So we knew can't buy a house in that neighborhood. Sure. $299 for a house that looked very similar to ours. Ours was a 3-bedroom, 2-bath. I don't remember the square footage, but it wasn't much. All the houses, they're a little different from each other, but they're all similar looking. We lived on Janet Drive. The house that was $299,000 was on Oak Street. Now, I don't know if that was in one neighborhood or the other. Looked like our little house. Anyway, put on the headphones. I can't tell. I don't think it's Kim. Fuck me, what does that mean? An entire swarm of black holes has been caught moving through the Milky Way. Mm. 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 This is, since recent evidence suggests that populations of black holes could exist in the central regions of globular clusters, and since gravitational interactions with black holes are known to send stars careening away, the scientists included black holes in some of their simulations. Black holes send stars careening away? Mm-hmm. Orbital interactions. In some of their simulations, their results showed that a population of stellar mass black holes within Palomar 5 could have resulted in the configuration we see today. Orbital interactions would have slingshotted, I think is what they mean, would have slingshot the stars out of the cluster and into the tidal stream, but only with a significantly higher number of black holes than predicted. So orbital interactions make the orbital interactions between a black hole and a star make them go far away from each other, like a slingshot. Right. Okay. The number. It's not a It's not a star system. Like a solar system. The number of black holes is roughly 3 times larger than expected from the number of stars in the cluster, and it means that more than 20% of the total cluster mass is made up of black holes. Jesus. No. They each have a mass of about 20 times the mass of the Sun. I think it was billions. No, that's of the Sun. Right. More than that, probably 20 maybe. They each have a mass of about 20 times the mass of the Sun. I wish I could. And they formed in supernova explosions at the end of the lives of massive stars when the cluster was still very young. I'm all confused. I was going to say, if the children of God are not on the earth, we're not in the solar system. We're not in the Sun's solar system. If the children of God are not on earth, we are not in the Sun's solar system. I think our sun it's facing a burnout. Probably a nova, because it's not a very big sun, so it's not a supernova. And then that, the energy is expelled from that and it becomes a red dwarf eventually. The conclusion suggests that globular clusters may be excellent places to look for black holes that will eventually collide, as well as the elusive class of middleweight black holes between stellar mass lightweights and supermassive heavyweights. What happens when black holes collide? Okay, I'll home screen it. Does it? Oh, just who cares? Okay, Palomar. I've got to find out where and what Palomar 5 is. Palomar 5, located around 80,000 light years away. Okay, Palomar 5. I'm on. I don't know. Uh, 80,000 light years away. Something like that. Palomar 5 was discovered in 1950. It was independently found again by Albert George Wilson in 1955. After the initial name of Serpens, S-E-R-P-E-N-S, Serpents without the T, it was subsequently cataloged as Palomar 5. It says it's in the constellation Serpens. So this is important. Oh, there goes a ball. Maybe we take turns. I don't know. You have to have something you know. Okay. Oh. Okay. Sorry. Okay. Well, it sounds like no and yes. That's weird. Okay, what galaxy is it in? Star cluster in the Milky Way. Moving through the Milky Way. What is it again? Star cluster. Okay. Mm. $50? I don't understand something. I did a search on star clusters closest to Earth, but Palomar 5 is 80,000 light years from Earth, is what the information said previously, on the other page. With the exception of Ursa Major Moving Group, the Hyades (Hyades) cluster is the closest star cluster to Earth at a distance of 150 light years. Oh, 150! Shit, I'm sorry. I thought it was 150,000. It says this cluster is very easy to spot in the night sky because it has a compact and distinctive shape of the letter V. A bright star, Aldebaran, is part of the V. I'll send it. Well, Hades is Hyades, but I don't know how. That's Hades is the only way to explain it. And Hades is hell in the Bible. And serpents, add the T at serpents. I don't know. I cut off the head of a very large serpent during this process. I thought it meant it was almost over. In the middle of this process. Right. Okay. Mm-hmm. What happens when two black holes, when black holes collide? It says black holes, when they collide, generally produce ripples or waves. As black holes collide, they produce ripples or waves throughout space called gravitational waves. But then last week, this is last year, last week scientists announced that two black holes merged together to form a larger solar mass black hole. Oh. When two black holes collide, they get denser inside. Like, the mass of each, it isn't what the final product adds up to in this example. It's not complete. I'm going to give it to Paul. Well, it's possible. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It is condenser, I don't know how to say it. Mm-hmm. I just... Mm-hmm. That's what density is. Can't say it, no. I can't say it. It's denser. When I think of gravity, I always think of the molten core of the Earth. When I think of gravity, I always think of the molten core. Well, because the Earth isn't just compressed dirt. You know. I mean, it's got all kinds of stuff in it. And a molten core. So, HYADES is 150 light years away in Palomar 5 in the constellation Serpens. I could look that up. In the constellation Serpens is 80,000 light years away. Hades star cluster is in the constellation of Taurus. And so are the Pleiades. Pleiades come up a lot when I was reading in the darker stuff. Well, my interpretation was that it was not loving and all that. I think Aries leading me, and he's trying to get me to make a big mistake or something. But Billy Meyer in Sweden. I read one of his books or two of his books, and it was just like a real mind blah blah. But he had a woman, and he said she was from the Pleiades. But it's possible that all this believe you're from other planet stuff is programming like the moonwalk. done in a studio. But as long as evil, all of it ends on Earth, it's not necessarily my opinion that people didn't reincarnate from other places. That's pretty true. No. I just figured evil would finish here on Earth. So anyway, it's possible some people are from the Pleiades and Arcturus and stuff. I just brushed it off. It seemed authentic at the time, like Richard Henning Jr. being on a movie set or something, and being programmed to believe he was from Arcturus. Excuse me. Interesting theory. Somebody has a theory that as your lives tend toward where you never learn your lessons in your lifetime, that you recycle closer and closer to the Earth the way, well, it was a good example. I don't know if I have the right words for it. The way a black hole will shrink when it combines with other black holes. But that's not a very good example. As you get closer and closer to the Earth, there's more of a pull to the Earth, which is the ultimate and ending. So, they were saying that would, no, Harry was questioning that, but somebody's saying it does confine evil, kind of. So that would be recycling, that would be reincarnation. Well, the team, yes, I believe that is spiritual. But wherever you start in the universe, if you keep not learning your lessons and compound your problems and don't try to move into any healthy directions or whatever, then you end up on Earth. I don't know how it works. God, I hope so. Pardon me. So if you had access to your previous life memories, you know, you could have been from Arcturus or the Pleiades or something. Taurus is a constellation. It is an 80s from Taurus. Sagittarius constellation. I'll look that up in a minute. Gotta wonder if it's Pisces or Farthest. Anyway, they're confusing me. But lifetimes, people's reincarnations could have just gravitated them toward the Earth for the final ending. Don't ask me. Don't ask me. Okay, Taurus. Yeah, I did. Alright. The closest stars from Earth are in the constellation Centaurus, which is only visible from the southern hemisphere. Centaurus may be different than Taurus. Centaurus is 100 cent. Maybe 100 Tauruses. I wonder about that. Centaurus is a bright constellation in the southern sky. One of the largest constellations, Centaurus was included among the 48 constellations listed by the 2nd century astronomer Ptolemy, and it remains one of the 88 modern constellations. Okay, somebody's saying Centauri, and that's probably true. It was in a sci-fi show, probably Babylon 5. Could be Deep Space Nine. Centauri. I'm not sure. I stopped after a while. Yeah, I think I did. Shit, that's right. I forgot all about that. Stars. What am I doing? Stars. Alpha Centauri. There's an Alpha Centauri and a Beta Centauri. Centaurus A. Omega Centauri. Centauri. I don't know how to pronounce it. Centaurus. Oh, Alpha Centauri is Doctor Who. So Alpha Centauri in fiction. Shit, it's highlighted. Ah, shit. It's highlighted, which means Paul got there first. It's a guidepost for me.
Power off.
So the rest Oh, that's weird. The collection of 3 cut stars together, they're talking about Alpha Centauri, Beta Centauri, and Omega Centauri? Or Centauri B? Oh, I'm sorry. Alpha Centauri A, Alpha Centauri B, Alpha Centauri C. It's a red dwarf. Centauri C is a red... Alpha Centauri C is a red dwarf and the closest known star to the solar system. Shit. Yeah, we're gonna be a red dwarf. Well, our sun is on its way down. Burning energy. Yeah, I would think so. Bernie energy and I wasn't thinking that. Just commentating, spewing. I don't know what I don't know what I mean what determines how long a star will live, but they don't live forever. As stars the size of our sun don't. I mean, some of the bigger stars probably could live nearly forever. Anyway. No, it was in Louisiana too. Oh, in Deep Space Nine. Shit. Excuse me. Event Horizon shit. That movie scared the shit out of me. The spaceship was supposed to travel to Alpha Centauri. Instead, it went to another dimension, referred to as Hell. Oh, it's not all sun? Oh. Star Trek Deep Space Nine. Chief Miles O'Brien discovered that the nearest interstellar activity to Earth involved the Romulans at Alpha Centauri. The Romulans were notoriously bad guys. Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy was made into a film in 2005. I thought Dino had that book. He never recommended it to me, but it was laying around or something. Or something about a motorcycle in the galaxy. Zen motorcycle or something. I don't know. Too much. They didn't list Babylon 5 as TV that had Alpha Centauri in it. Deep Space Nine, Romulans are Star Trek original series, Star Trek The Next Generation, Star Trek movies. I mean, I don't want to. I don't know more. So, I should go. Don't blame me. Arcturus is a red giant star in the constellation Bootes. B-O-O, two dots over at T-E-S, Bootes. Alright. Shit. Arcturus designation Arbutus, Latinized to Alpha Bootus, abbreviated Alpha Boo, or Abu, is the brightest star in the constellation of Bootes, Alpha Boo. The fourth brightest star in the night sky. Asterism. Must be very far away. Maybe they don't measure it. Arcturus is 36.7 light years from the sun. In the constellation Bootes. Oh, no, I was looking up star clusters. Okay. Arcturus is a planet, right? There's a star. Okay. So Arcturus is a star in the solar system in the constellation of Bootes. Alpha Boo, Abu. Yeah. Pardon me. So it's close. Palomar 5. Right. Oh, okay. I wanted to fit it all in one. 10. Few clusters are known as moving clusters because the convergence of the proper motions of their individual stars toward a convergent point is pronounced. Okay, I'm missing something. Read more. Okay, a few clusters. It doesn't say few clusters. It had ... and the full article or whatever I'm seeing. A few clusters are known as moving clusters because the convergence of the proper motions of their individual stars toward a convergent point is pronounced. The Hyades is the most prominent example of a moving cluster. The Hyades stars are converging with a velocity of 45 kilometers per second toward the point in the sky with position coordinates right ascension 94 arc degrees, declination positive 7.6 arc degrees. The Ursa Major group, another moving cluster, occupies a volume of space containing the Sun, but the Sun is not a member. Of all the open clusters, the Pleiades is the best known and perhaps the most thoroughly studied. This cluster, with a diameter of 35 light-years at a distance of 440 light-years, is composed of about 500 stars and is 100 million years old. I thought stars were older. Near the Pleiades in the sky, but not so conspicuous, the Hyades is the nearest cluster at 150 light-years. Its stars are similar to those in the solar neighborhood, and it is an older cluster, about 615 million years in age. Measurements of the Hyades long formed a basis for astronomical determinations of distance and age because its thoroughly studied main sequence was used as a standard. The higher than usual metal abundance in stars, however, complicated matters and it is no longer favored in this way. Coma Berenices, located 290 light-years away, is an example of a poor cluster containing only about 40 stars. Cancer. So some star clusters move because their tendency and their properties tend to make them all going to a convergence point. But it also says that star clusters move in parallel lines to something. So it's not, but it says a few clusters converge. The majority apparently do not. Oh, excuse me. Shit. I forget. Can you let me think for a minute? Without interfering? Well, Radius is star cluster. Alpha Centauri. Well, you'd think with gravity and I don't know if it said that. You'd think with gravity and maybe the pull of attraction, like if people have lived, evil lives in other solar systems, in other solar systems, would they be drawn to the Earth? Because there would be so many, and I'm picturing people with little black droplets in them, virus droplets. So it's possible certain types of people are attracted to the Earth because it's darker than where they are. I doubt any of the Satanists are going to share with me how much their will to die, strong it is, because they have. They call in all ways for death. So, I don't know. So the attraction to complete darkness, in their thinking, it could be complete darkness and God and the Holy Spirit of God, who are supposed to be on Earth. But there's a whole mystery here. I don't know. I would never come to Earth. I wouldn't come to save black droplets or half black droplets or... I don't know, and I've never been in a situation like that. I can't say it. No. Doesn't mean he's from Alpha Centauri. It's Alpha Boo is an abbreviation for Alpha Bootes. And what he called... I still call him Boo Boo, my son. Well, I'm gonna upload this.